Okay, sweet. So before we begin, do you have any questions?
Um, like I said, my main focus is I feel like I lose because people know at a higher level know more things than I do. And but the game is too sometimes too easy when I play at my rank, but when I play with my friends I get that are way better, I get smoked. So I'm trying to pinpoint where I do something stupid and then try to learn how to not do that.
Yeah, sweet. Well, let's do that. One of the biggest things I recommend people like below platinum is legit just work on your aim. Like you can if you have demon aim, you can get pretty high and infinite even off making bad decisions. Like when I play in these lobbies, because I made a couple smurfs one time, I played in these lobbies with my friends, and it's kind of crazy how much like the aim difference is. So I'd really focus
Right.
on your aim, and that'll help you break out. But the thing that you have ahead of everybody is if you work on your aim and your aim starts like getting really better, and you work on your decision making at the same time, like you'll just soar through these lobbies like really quickly.
Right. Well, I've been focusing more on my decision making than I have been my aim for sure. I've been studying map placement and sight lines and stuff like that.
Which is good.
And I came up with this thing that I try to say to myself: if I can't see any of my teammates, then I'm too far forward.
Yeah,
So
that
I've
is
been
good to
tr-
know.
I've been I've been trying to make sure I can always at least see somebody else.
Sweet. All right. Well, let's make sure you start up with the warm up for your aim. But anyway, so you're starting strat on this. I'll check it out after. But basically, what you want to do on this starting strat is you want to get map control to where you want the ball. So either you can kind of hold forward. If you have better aim, hold forward, kind of helps stay out, right? But with this, it's really good to focus with your team. I would play, depending on what I'm doing, like I kind of play a little fast, but I make sure someone's pushing with me. And I like to either push red room or I like to push
Yeah.
for ball. But let's see what you do.
Normally, I think I would go spikes.
So I'm gonna be honest
Nope,
with you. I
I didn't
actually
do it this
don't
time.
like this position. I mean, I like how you stopped at the pillar, so you're getting like they can't see you right here. But you're actually opening yourself up to purple and like a lot other sight lines. Where if you're back over here, you're not being open to those sight lines.
Gotcha. I see what you're talking about. Now, I'll tell you what's interesting about this game is normally my on according to the tracker, my best games are usually oddball, and my best stat is normally ball time. But in this game, I don't really go for the ball that much.
That's all right. I do want to see you go for the ball, so I can help you with that though too. So you have a
Yeah.
teammate right on repulse, and
Mhm.
he's getting shot at, and he's shooting right because you can tell by the exclamation mark. So you
Yeah.
should definitely like you're pretty full shields. I would just jump in. I would just go help him immediately.
Okay, so I'm being a little too patient.
Yep, that was good.
Yeah, I think I was trying to get the position on the guy shooting them instead of just running out there.
So one thing I always do when I jump over here, like yeah, I
I think
always
I was
look
a little
trash.
overextend there.
I always look trash. Like I always look at trash because usually if they spawn C, someone always goes trash in lobbies. My lobbies at least. Like
Okay, I
I'm
never
kind
really
of
looked
look
through it
and
that much.
see. Like you jumped off this power position, which honestly is all right, right? Because
I
I
feel
think
like
you
it's a terrible mistake to jump out in the open bottom palm trees like that. I usually don't like. I just die when I go to those palm trees
well usually I
a
say
lot.
don't jump off high ground, right? But
Yeah.
in this instance, it's not a bad idea because as long as you get like you look trash, that's the main thing is that you got to look trash before like as you jump off, right? You could have got this
Hmm.
guy because this guy doesn't even know you jumped off, right? And this guy might get you.
Right.
And the reason why I say it's all right is because camo's coming up, and I know you guys got a kill, and they're holding the ball. So if you got this guy trash, that's two dead. You're in a 3v2. You have an easier time
Hmm.
grabbing this camo, and I really don't think they're gonna play for this camo.
Yeah, he just looks like he's running into CD as cover. Watch, reload.
So fun fact, I wish I had some gameplay in mind. Like I have some people tell me I'm a very hard kill, and that's because like the moment I'm getting shot at, I like rush to like a corner and I put my head down so they can't
Hmm.
get the headshot on me, so they have to get three more body shots.
Yeah.
and then you might have been able to pop that
Now,
camo. Like you just jump
while I
up,
was
your head down.
playing, I didn't see the guy at C when I was actually playing. You know, we
Yeah.
paused it and I saw him now, but he definitely got me because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. I'm serious though. Every time I jump off, I always look trash because usually there's someone always trash.
Gotcha.
And
That's
if
a good
they are
tip.
trash, I'm either in a 1v1, screwed, or I can run and get in a better position. Sometimes I don't actually jump off. I use the stairs to see if they're trash, and then I go.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like I have a buddy. I can't tell if you can see him or not. He looks like he's trying to shoot. Yeah, there we go. Does he end up getting him?
So camo's still down.
Yeah, I think my buddy walks over and picks it up because
Yeah,
we're in a party of 3 and we're talking about it.
Sweet.
He
So-
went to pick up the stalker.
So Oddball is all about pushing, like having a good setup and pushing like in a good way, right? So when you spawn in, basically you want to run to a teammate and you just want to push with them because you don't want to push solo into this, right? Unless you're pushing him from like you're this guy, then you can push solo, right? Because you guys are gonna take, he should take the aggro, or you guys should take the aggro. Like you're gonna push up with this guy, shoot these guys, and this guy's gonna be solo pushing these guys getting a flank. We just need to make sure the timing of it is right. Right now it's like a 3v3, I think, on the map, and so I would just say if these are all your friends, are like, hey, let's slow down, let's get a push together, right? Which you're the guy that needs to calm that because you're the guy furthest behind.
I see what you mean. Like I can actually see what they can't see. I see what you mean.
And basically, when you push, you don't want to shoot an enemy. Like you don't want to have a bunch of 1v1s, right? You want to be team shooting when you push. So like
I do tend to shoot someone else while my buddy is shooting someone else instead of the same person.
Like if you need to, just stop shooting that person and then just go help your teammate. But you could have helped this teammate out or this teammate out. I think he actually got a kill. No, he didn't. So I would just help this trouble. Ooh, actually, he probably pushed too far in. I would definitely try getting shots on this guy and then push in with your teammate. And the other teammates here.
He's sitting there trapped. He can't do anything.
Good nade. Good job backing off, trusting your teammate. I really like that. Okay, so in this instance, you guys legit won the push, and it was actually a really good push. Now the huge problem is where you're at right here.
All 3 of us are in that room.
I want to say all 3 of you are in the room. You just guys are all too close together. Kind of don't push out. Like get a setup going. Like go. I like to rat cafe honestly in this position. And I legit like wait for them to push, and I get easy shots on them. So I would go cafe, and you can see they spawn like how you guys are here. They're gonna be spawning purple, but they can actually spawn cafe because it's actually open. So that's something to be mindful of.
No one's looking at it.
It's not just like you can actually be PD and look at it, and people will spawn there. Where you're looking doesn't really have that big of an influence compared to where you are where people are on the map.
So you're saying like a back A line of people spread wide rather than like huddle up around the building?
Yeah, because if you're all around this building, they will spawn like pretty close to cafe. But like right here, you're just guaranteeing that they can either spawn red room to like cafe, like all along that whole L wall of an edge, right?
Right. Well, I think what I'm about to do is push up to those planners and just keep an eye on like arcade, but I could be wrong. I think there's a guy up there already, and I might just be trying to watch for the ball carrier. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So I mean, this is not a bad position. I like this position, right? Because you get like you can get a cross on cafe, and you can shoot this whole sight line. Honestly, I don't like that nade though. I feel like that nade was pretty much useless, and you kind of just wasted your nade.
I think it's a poor throw in general.
Yeah, that's all right though. Live and learn. We make mistakes, so we don't make them again.
Right.
So I saw a guy to your right. I don't know if you saw him. I barely saw him. I was hoping I would just focus that guy.
About the guy that dipped A.
Yeah. So I saw this guy right here. I would have just got shots on him immediately. But
Yeah, I see
So
what you mean.
these guys
Oh,
had
the
these guys
second
had a
guy.
good
Yeah, I didn't see him.
yeah.
Yeah,
So these guys had
I
a
knew there
really
was
good
one back here.
push. Also, if you're this archangel guy, this is a bad idea to pick up the ball
Yeah, he
because
dies immediately.
yeah, because he just dies. Like before you pick up the ball, make sure they're most of the enemy. Like if it's like a 4v1 or 3v1, then yeah, pick up the ball, right? Because like, they should be a team shot should win that 3v1, and you can pick up the ball.
Right. I'm pretty sure he just gets hit with a grenade. There's one right behind him right now, actually.
So they had a good push, but your teammates had a good spawn / push after. See, like the enemy, like how they got you spawned cafe, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're 100% right.
This is actually a really good spawn. Instead of running through like front of A, go back A. Like immediately go back A. Like this is you want to have a good route where you have cover. Like yeah, you want to be fast, but it also depends on this get caboose guy. If he's going like a slow push or that guy right there, I think it's like something monkey.
Yeah, Void Monkey.
I would
Those are
do
my
a
two
push with
friends.
them because you know there's one guy in PD, but I mean you still want to get team shots on him.
Enemy has the ball. Ball drop.
I get what you mean about going back. Yeah, he is kind of in a hurry.
This actually kind of
I don't
worked
know
out
what
for
I'm
you
doing.
though. Maybe you didn't have to because you had two teammates looking. What's nice now is
I think
that
I'm contesting camo.
yeah, you're contesting camo. I forgot there's a delay on my stream. I might need to fix that.
It's okay. I'm sorry. It's only a few seconds.
Yeah. So yeah, you went for camo, which is actually it's really good that you went camo, right? Because someone has to play for it. Someone has to be the first person to push.
I
I
just didn't want to get it for nothing, you know.
yeah. I would just be careful doing it because this whole lane right here, the longer you're in it, the more likely you are to die. Because usually there's someone looking
Right.
here. Like
Yeah, I don't like to be the guy who goes for it usually.
yeah.
But like I said, I felt like I was the closest one, and everybody else is engaged in a fight. And if they're fighting at least two people,
So
then you know.
I'm gonna make a prediction with your camo here. I bet you think they're spawning C or something, right? I think you're gonna push into C and you're gonna screw up spawns.
For my team, and the team spawn behind us.
Oh, I picked up the ball with camo.
I tried to throw it to my friends, but get it out in the open so like somebody else can't pick it up.
So that was a lot of right stick aim, it looked like.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. I've been working on that.
Yeah, have you seen my aim video by chance? Like how to warm up?
No, no, I don't think I have.
So I have one out. It's
But
just
if you,
it's just the basics of it. I'll send it to you after this. Just kind of watch it.
yeah,
Or if you want after this, we can go into like an octagon and I'll kind of show I'll give you the map and the mode. I just want you to practice like left stick aiming like for 5 minutes a day and it will actually help you out in the long run.
I'll definitely.
Good kill. Oh, unfortunate.
Did I die?
That's just
Oh, here it comes. Yeah.
yeah. So what happened here
Yeah.
is just you like pushed out too soon, right? Like you should like kind of get behind. You should use the cover. That was about
Right.
it. Right, so
I think when I turned around and saw him, I just got a little excited and saw that he was blinking, tried to get that easy kill.
yeah. So now I want to look at like your teammates, right? Because I can't tell the kill feed, but usually I look at the kill feed and see how many enemies are up. Then I'm gonna look at my team. Like, all right, so we have 3 teammates up, and we have X enemies up. The enemies are probably here, right? So like we just got an engagement. So there's like one guy alive. Oh, he's probably over here or something still, or somewhere close to C. So I'm probably
Right.
gonna spawn. I'm guessing you're gonna spawn either Ivy. You might spawn purple because this guy's over here, and so I'm guessing he either want to spawn his teammates PD.
Hey, can I ask you a question real fast?
Yeah.
I've never heard the Ivy call out. Where is that?
So Ivy is right over here. Like it's like that C stairs, and you have like the Ivy in there. That's Ivy.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Let's see real quick. Sorry, I'm just like seeing if I can get rid of this Stream delay.
Take your time. It's only, like I said, about 4 seconds, I think. Which
That's
I
just
mean,
3 seconds is what it was. I think it should be better now.
okay.
We'll
Okay.
find out. Anyway, let's get going.
Gain the lead.
So I like this position. The only problem is you're being really passive right here. When you, because you did spawn like purple or like ivy, right?
Right.
So if I spawn there, the first thing I like to do is kind of get sights on B rail. I look there for a second, and then I go switch here. But the biggest thing is just help your teammates live up. Like, I like how this caboose guy is in between. Like, so there's an enemy pushing up, it looks like, and he's trying to rotate out. But usually, if I'm the ball guy, I like to have, like, between the enemies, I like a teammate between me and the enemies.
Right.
So if you
And
notice,
I'm not doing anything to help him.
if you notice that the enemy, like the enemy can shoot the caboose guy first, make it so the enemy has to shoot you first before he shoots the caboose guy, because then caboose can drop the ball and help you stay alive.
Right. He's probably one of our best players on this team, and he usually gets most kills. Oh, that's like only I hold.
And honestly, I would have stayed the high ground, like, because like he died pretty quick. I mean, you couldn't put him. I would have stayed the high ground then, or I would have wrapped around Ivy and like got in that like doorway and used that as cover.
Gotcha.
Which you could have dropped off high ground, and you just want to make sure you get to cover quick enough because you don't want to stay out of cover too long.
I noticed that I tend to have an advantage and then jump out into the open like that. It's the second time this match
Enemy has the ball.
I've done it.
That was a great play of that dude's life, by the way. I really liked how he just dropped like the enemy. He missed he didn't see the enemy, and the enemy didn't see him. That's like crazy.
Yeah.
His job right now, if he can stay alive for this long, if he just keeps ratting out, you guys will get good spawns. Like you might be able to spawn purple right here if he rats out, and then you guys can push together.
Yeah, 'cause we got a
Unfortunate.
guy on these steps right now.
Lost the lead.
So right here is when I would nade red room if he was still in there, which in theater he's not, but in game he's might be, so I would have naded it.
Right.
Do you know how to do this jump up from that little light to this ledge?
I've seen people do it. I think I've done it one time. I don't do it very often.
Honestly,
I
it's
would
actually
normally like repulse if it was a.
it's a good jump up. I think you should start doing it more for sure. Because you don't want to
Okay,
be
well, I'll
like three
make a point
people
to-
on this little like underneath of it. Because if they throw one nade, you guys are all you're done.
Yeah, that's happened a few times actually. So I'll make a point to go in. I was just getting ready to do jump practice before we did this, so I'll do that.
So you're kind of not doing really anything on the map. I think if you would have got sight lines through the C stairs, it would have been better because you could have shot them on palm trees, and if they run in, they're low, and your teammates can get them. I think you should have.
Gotcha.
I think you should have just sat right there for a cross. But now, it's kind of hard what to say, right? Like what to do in this moment until after it plays out. But I think if you would have got crosses first, like they would have had a harder time pushing.
Hmm.
But now, like, it really depends because you don't have any calls right here. But you know a teammate spawns PD, right? So if you see a
Right.
teammate spawn PD, you're never getting collapsed on for sure.
Okay. Never thought of it that way.
See, look at that cross. That guy was not paying attention, and you.
See, when I think someone spawns PD on my side, I usually just think Philip Cafe or purple.
Yeah. So you pick up the ball, right? Now what I would do is look where your teammates are at. So you got a teammate there, and you got a teammate there, right? Look where your fourth guy spawns. So he spawned B rail, which is perfect,
Yeah.
right? So just stay on trash. I kind of think you're playing too far forward on trash. I'd play back just a bit. Yeah, good job rotating it out. That was a good rotate. Go red room. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I'm normally the ball carrier anyway. I try not to stay in one part too long because I don't like to get gang rushed like what just happened right there.
Yeah, honestly, you could have juggled the ball and probably made it there quicker. It kind of sucks because your teammate should have been able to get this guy, but he didn't, and I think that's kind of what happened. I feel like that's not really on
I
you.
think we only needed 3 seconds, and I was trying to just
Yeah.
hold on.
I feel like the reason that happened is honestly that was like I'm gonna totally blame your teammate on that. Like he should have been able to get that. Maybe you didn't
The
calm.
chubbiest fish.
Maybe you needed to comment, but you should have calmed. Hey, I'm gonna rotate ball to red room or something or arcade.
Mhm.
And if you did do that,
Yeah.
then it's definitely his fault. If you didn't do that, it's kind of your fault. But honestly, this dude should be paying attention and realizing you're about to rotate.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I think this particular scenario is me and my two friends are in a party and this guy can't hear us.
Okay,
and
so
my other
Chubbiest.
two friends are aware of what's going on.
Yeah, so Chubbiest is in the party. You got another god spawn.
He's not in the party.
Yeah, so this is another god spawn. I would shoot. Look at that. All right, that's gonna be a good round. That's it.
We have the ball.
If you hear the guy run up the stairs, make sure you get in between the ball carrier and the stairs guy. Like, go for this guy just in case he gets the kill.
Yeah, I don't think I heard him run up the stairs. I think I was rushing for the ball.
Yeah.
And then
Like-
I didn't see him till right now.
Like, let's say you had 10 seconds left and you heard a guy going B stairs that was an enemy.
Mhm.
Legit, just hold forward and push this dude, right? Like, just make it, like, buy some time for your teammate and just make it
Just
so.
get around a corner or something.
Yeah, like, and if you die, it's 10, like, it's all right if you die right here because you're making it so the teammate has an easier time holding the ball. And I know, like, a lot of people say play your life, and whatnot, but, like, in this instance, just hold forward, try trading with this guy at the minimum, right?
Gotcha.
And that's if, like, you had, like, a certain amount of seconds left, right? Like, even if you had, like, a lot of low seconds, if he was the last guy, I'd still go for that trade.
Ball in.
So I feel like Caboose kind of went for the ball too soon because I don't feel like you guys got a lot of
Nobody's
slaves.
dead.
You didn't, yeah, no one's dead yet.
Yeah.
And it might
Yeah,
work
I don't
out
know what's
though.
going on.
Like that's the weird part about low rank Halo is stuff like this works out sometimes. Love that crouch jump. I've never really seen that in a gold lobby, and I'm happy I saw it.
Well, I'm. Go ahead, have fun. Yeah, I've been working on my crouch jumps and map movement a lot.
Ball drop.
Okay, I was waiting for the hesitation. So you hesitated a little bit, which is all right. Hesitation means you're thinking about what to do and you've had a different thought process. One thing I'd say
Yeah, I try to. Go ahead.
when you work on your decision making, dude, I would just full send it. Like, don't hesitate, right? Like, work. The only time you should like play slow is kind of off spawn to see what you need to do. But that's why you like flip through the death cams to figure out what you need to do, and then when you spawn in, like, then you decide what to do, right? Like, but like in this
Yeah.
instance, I would just hard commit to your decision, because then if it's a bad decision, you can go to theater later and say, hey, I shouldn't do that. So now in your mind, you can think faster, and you'll know not to do something like that. But I would just start like trying to hesitate less, if that makes sense.
That's fair. I just catch myself.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Talking to me, I had to just clear something up real fast.
Oh, okay.
But basically, what I'm trying to do is stop myself from making a bad decision and just look at what's going on and then try to adapt. And sometimes I notice patterns in my opponents, and like this guy always goes and stands over here every life, you know. Or
Yeah.
this guy always goes to B rail or something. So I try to account for that as I play, but it does slow me down.
So I have a high level friend who does that too. He predicts people. I can predict. I don't. He can predict where people go. It's kind of crazy how he does it, and he like gets to 1600 Onyx like super fast. Then he can like push 19 like no problem. But I'll notice that in game 2, like people will push certain places, and that's a good skill to have in Halo, because some people don't understand that people like to push a certain way. So I played Empyrean last night, and these people kept pushing through long haul, and they didn't like they leave terminal open, and I'm like, hey guys, like terminal's open like all the time. No one ever goes there. Like they're always gonna push long haul. That's like that's what they're comfortable with. So-
Right.
And that's why I was telling
And-
people like be adaptable, be comfortable doing anything on the map. Because if you get comfortable doing one thing, and the enemy finds out, like you're gonna lose.
Yeah, and I catch myself, this might not be a good thing either, but I will go out of my way across to like a spot in the map where nobody is, just to pick up a weapon or something that I know somebody loves to use, like that stalker in this map. It's
Yeah.
deadly, and a lot of people don't like to use it, but the people who do are great at it.
Yeah, I don't see
So
use a
if I get
sandbox.
killed with a, yeah,
I'm trying to think what all is on this map. I think Disruptor is kind of garbage. Shotgun's OP as long as the netcode's
Yeah.
working for me. Stalker's good. The assault rifle is actually probably one of the best weapons on the map. You can actually, like, if someone misses a shot with the Stalker, I think the AR beats it in time to kill.
I tell you, I've noticed the commando and the assault rifle freak people out just because they get shot at really fast all of a sudden, and it freaks them out.
Dude, the assault rifle honestly will beat bandits in a 1v1 and the BRs. Like, it's absolutely insane how good the AR is. Especially if you reset the bloom. It's a great gun. Anyway, there's also BRs too, which is good. I like this position.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I like BRs a lot.
hopefully you don't drop down. I feel like you are though.
Yeah, I have a tendency to just run right out in the open.
Yeah, I wish you were looking
Yeah,
camo
shot
faster.
immediate.
You should have kept looking at that guy. The moment you heard like the camo pop, I would have been trying to be quick as hell and just threw a grenade, like a short grenade to get him. So I think he's gonna get you right here.
Yeah, he's right on my left. I can see it.
Which some people have camo eyes. I kind of have camo eyes. Sometimes it really depends like on the map. But if you have like a lot of pros have camo eyes, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I've been just burned. They even see me. I'll tell you, if I know that they're close, I can find them. But if they're just random, I will never find them.
So this is an instance where you were just out in the open and got killed. And that's kind of the bad part. Like if he popped camo and you couldn't get the kill, like after you got the kill, make sure you get into cover. Because like running through the mid through here, I think is bad. But if you would have ran through ATM into like C stairs, I think it would have been better because you would have had more cover. Because that pillar breaks up shots, this palm tree breaks up shots. Like you have a lot more chances to survive than just running through mid.
I agree with you. I just wish I was aware enough to do it in real time.
Do you know how to curb slide by chance?
Yes. And I've been working on chain sliding now is where I'm at.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm getting pretty comfortable with my curb sliding.
in this moment, I'm going Purple Street and I'm hitting all the curb slides I can. I'm gonna hit that little planters. I'm gonna curb slide. I'll get cafe. I'll hit that curb slide. Like I'm gonna hit
This
three.
is one of the things I mentioned at the beginning of the video, where my higher level friends, who I can like hang with in the octagon and beat in 1v1s, they know things about the map, like where the curb slides are specifically. Like I don't know where the best curb slides are in this map.
So
But
what I
you're
like,
talking like I'd hit this one, this one, this one.
yeah, I would just watch pros because they honestly like, and I would just see where they curb slide, or I would just go into the map, dude, and I would just hit curb slides like all around the map and just like see where you can hit it. Like you'll be surprised where you can hit curb slides. One pro I like to watch is Legend. That dude is absolutely insane. I remember I was watching a video and someone said, "Oh yeah, Legend's absolutely cracked," and it was bound. And I'm like, "All right, well I know he's a pro, but let's see if he's like a bound saying he's cracked. This dude's probably legit cracked." So I went and watched. This dude's cracked.
Right. Yeah, I know Legend and Bound. They're crazy.
I go into like Legend Cedar mode and I watch him. Like, dude's crazy at playing his life. He is a hard kill. He'll live up, has a crazy shot, and he's extremely good at objective. I think he's probably gonna be the MVP this year for sure. Like, dude's fucking nuts.
That's awesome.
All right, so your teammate has the ball.
Okay.
Back A. And you guys are kind of up close together this time. I don't think it's a bad idea to push Cat A because that's closed. And this guy's going to push up. Hopefully he goes bottom A, but just make sure, like if you hear gunshots, help out immediately. That's all I'm going to say right here.
Right.
Yeah. So right there.
This is one of my least favorite places to be on the map too, like right in front of A.
I'd like to see you use your shroud. Like you should shroud like if you ever need to, like shroud their line of sight so they can't see where the hell you're at, and you could push into PD and get a flank on them.
Yeah, that's very smart.
But the only
I
bad part
didn't
is
even.
shroud will make it so your teammates can't help you in a cross though, so be mindful of that.
Ball dropped.
Yeah.
So I think what got you there is you wanted to go for the ball in that split second, and you decided, wait a second, there, I heard an enemy or something, so you went for that guy. And that's what I
Yeah.
mean by don't tunnel vision the ball. When you're in that moment, dude, I would just try staying alive or get a kill in that moment. I would definitely try getting a kill because then, like, if you get a kill, you have an easier time pushing. Because if your teammates get far enough ahead, that guy's gonna spawn somewhere not close to his team, and you have an easier time pushing in.
Yeah.
Ball
I
dropped.
see what you mean.
Enemy has
I feel like I tried to make the right decision, but I started off making the wrong one and I died.
So you spawn red room, right? So in this instance, I would just be quick and just play with Kaboost. Two of those nades were actually really good. So if you ever do this, make sure you let your teammate, like you left your teammate, because people will like think, oh, I have a team right there, he's gonna help me out, right? And then they actually play like way more aggressive, right? And then they died. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
and then
happened?
they just die.
Like that's happened to me a
My
lot
buddy
too.
left me.
Like I'll be playing,
See,
I'm
I
like,
didn't even just.
someone actually, I think it was last night, said, hey, I'm with you. I'm like, okay, thanks, right? So I'm like, this guy's with me, and like we are in a 4v3. I'm just gonna hold forward, right? And the dude just stood back red room the whole time, actually, because I was playing in an 8's lobby, and I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing? I'm like, this dude did not push with me. Like, this dude lied.
All right, well, here's another thing I'm noticing is I just left my teammate number one, and just looking at what I'm doing right now, I can't even tell what my purpose is. Like, why did I jump back here?
Camo's about to be up. It's up in 3 seconds for sure. But like, make sure you just
Okay,
like, just
cool.
make sure you calm that to your teammate, right? Like, it's okay to play for Camo, because Camo will help break their setup easier. But like, yeah, just make sure you calm that.
Ball dropped.
Ooh, yep, go laundry, perfect. I like this flank.
We have
When you're Camo, go for more back smacks. Try not to get give yourself away with shots. Go for the back smack more often.
we have
I feel like you should line up your grenade throw before you threw it, because I was hoping to hit that doorway, and I noticed like you did like a weird windmill when you threw it. So make sure to be
Yeah,
mindful
like
of
with
that.
my reticule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. I love that.
Interesting.
You see how you set up the back smack and you got a way faster kill than if you just shot him?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was perfect. I love seeing that.
halfway to
I actually do like you holding forward in this. I think it just kind of sucks how you died. But you made it so this
Well,
ball
I saw
guy.
there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, so your
Yeah.
ball guy didn't take any damage, right? It sucks you
Mhm.
died. Like I wish you would have lived up, but I mean you got the trade at least. But that's actually a bad trade. Could have just stayed in
Yeah,
here
'cause
and
two
hopefully
more
got him.
guys are getting ready to rush in.
Yeah. Like you can hold forward to the store and get shots, and then pull back in, and then nade it, like bait it for them to rush in and nade it, right?
Right.
But I feel like you guys will win this engagement.
Yeah, my guys blew 3 of these dudes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I feel like you guys actually win this match, right?
Oh yeah. But for me, 'cause I'm all over the place. That's what I'm saying. Is I can get 25, 30 kills. Some games I go like 5 and 12 or 8 and 16 or some shit like that.
So what I want to say is like this dude's gonna die. Like this guy can melee faster. This dude's gonna die for sure. The dude who you just got a backsmack on, he was just playing too fast and tunnel visioning ball, right? Like even though you guys have a lot of time, this enemy should like still play a little bit slow and make sure he's not making mistakes, because then mistakes are what lose you the game in this kind of moment.
we have the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably panicking because they don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah.
Nearing
And like
victory.
honestly, like Like, you guys pretty much have the game. The only thing I'd hope that guy does different. So if you're the ball carrier, look where your team's at and go make it so you're the furthest from the enemy in this instance, right? Like don't be the guy that dies when you have 10 seconds left holding the ball, right? Like
Yeah.
make it so you can hold it for those 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He
and the
needs
guy
to
with
go
the
back
ball is
A.
the only guy in the party who can't hear us.
Yeah. You
Just
have a
like the
good
random.
you have a good position. I'd stay like right here in this corner and kind of rat out as they push up this way, right? Because the ball guy's over here.
Yeah.
But he needs to go back A. Like he needs to. Like it's probably gonna work
Yeah,
out.
he's walking right towards him.
Yeah, like always take the ball to your teammates. What a good ratting spot. I like this. I mean, yeah, it worked out, but I still think you should have took it back A. Like, just make that good habit.
Yeah, I just don't have control of that
Yeah.
because he can't hear us, so I'm just protecting him.
That's just for like for the VOD reviews. Like if people see it, like, oh, okay, well I shouldn't do that next time. So if
Oh.
Chubbiest ever
Yeah,
watches
right.
this, he's like, oh, dude, I made that huge mistake. He's right. I should have took it A, right? That's why I say things like
That's right.
that. And so like, cause sometimes people don't realize that, and so it's just good to say.
No, you're right. You're right.
Sweet man. Well, that's your VOD review. You make
Well, I
pretty good
appreciate it.
decisions. I know you go for a lot of flanks. I feel like you're just kind of slow to it, right? Your positioning could use a little work. Your routes could use a lot of things could use a lot of work, right? But honestly, I'd focus. Like your decision making is pretty good. It's pretty decent. I would just focus a lot more on your aim because that will help you in the long run. I feel like you could reach plat pretty quick. And then
Well, I was a platinum. My highest has been platinum too.
okay. Okay. So yeah, I'd still focus on your aim. I'd focus on trying not to overextend through cover. And like make sure you're just like so don't overextend the cover, work on your aim, and then make sure you're just not pushing solo into oddball. And then what else was there? Basically also like not like moving like not giving up like free space. Like use the high ground a little bit more. Try not to jump off and try not to run through the mid. Like get better on your routes. That's about it. If you want to get better on your routes and your positioning, I would legit just watch pros on this map. Like if you
Okay.
watch
Can you
HCS,
Yeah, I do.
yeah, like next time they play like Streets Oddball, just watch how they play it, right? Just watch like how people move around the map. You'll notice they don't ever go the middle lane unless camo's up. Like if they do go the middle lane, they're not in it long. Like they just get in and out quick, right?
Right.
And like you don't realize it, but pros actually move cover to cover, and that's one thing I'd start doing too.
Okay. So cover to cover, my routes, my aiming,
So
and don't play quite as passively in some instances.
yeah, like look at your teammates more often too. But like let's say you spawn driveway, right, and you're trying to get to PD, instead of just running straight up this whole fucking road, go to red room, then go through arcade. Like take the edge route, right? Take the route that's the safest for sure. Because then if they do push this way, you're out of their sight, so you might be able to get like a cheeky like flank on them just from right there.